How is your inner critic? You got that voice in your head that criticizes your movement, your tone, how you look, all those things, what glasses you wear? Oh my goodness, this is Mary Scott from Wealth with Passion, and I, over the years, have known a lot about my critical voice. And fortunate for me, I've put some time and effort into it, and the volume's turned right down these days. And I was thinking about this morning, and I thought, wow, what a good message to put out there, just to see if people's inner critic is still alive and well. And I think it is. And sayings like, oh, I should have known better. This is always what I do. And you know, always and never are children's words, you know. They always get that before me. I never get to have an ice cream. You know, those are words that children use. And when I hear that, it's a little bit of a trigger. It reminds me that sometimes we're acting out of that space of our inner child, I suppose, with those kind of comments. The other one is, I'm so stupid. I've done it again, you know, I'm so stupid. And there comes a time when you're actually saying these words out loud. You're actually affirming that to be true. And our critical voices, you know, sometimes they're running the show. Sometimes we just let them go. And what happens is that it can be very shaming. And one thing about shame that I know, and gosh, there's a good topic for another day, isn't it? That shaming words hit you, and it quite often takes you in this deep spiral down. And at the end of that, you feel useless, hopeless. You know, what is the point of me? And, you know, I think if you can take charge of your inner critic and turn the volume down, just grab that switch, turn it down. You know, life has so much to offer. I'm sitting here today, look at the blue sky, the trees behind me. It's a beautiful day. However, there's people sitting around putting themselves down, and I think, what a waste of time, what a waste of effort, what a waste of energy. And if this is you, here's some options. I like to give solutions, I like to give options. I think that instead of listening to that critical voice, instead of letting that critical voice run you and run your life, be onto it and start to rewrite the history books, if you like, because most of that could actually belong to our childhood. It may be that as a child, someone said that to us, and over many years, you've actually started to believe it. And as an adult, the more you say it, the more that it becomes true. Well, that's my experience anyway. Over the years, I've been a nurse for 20 years and had a psychotherapy practice, private practice for 16 years, run lots of personal development groups, and I have seen people privately. Now, why do I tell you this? Because these little videos that I've been sending to you have come from some of the knowledge of those many years of working with people, and some of it's from my own personal experience, some very deep inner looking, if you like, and looking deep within to find answers, and ultimately to be searching for a better life for myself, really. And I think that these days, my voices in my head, my goodness, that sounds like I'm crazy, doesn't it? But what I mean is that we do have them. We have kind of little videos that play, and we act out of those sometimes. I've rewritten them all. And how have I done that? Well, this is what I'm going to share with you today. I suggest that you get some paper and a pen. And this is not something to be done on your computer, folks, okay? It could be just, you know, an A4 book. And just take one of these pages, rule it down the middle. This is very basic, but I tell you what, it works. And on the left-hand side, I want you to write, you know, I'm so stupid, what would I know? Or whatever those words are. And on the right-hand side, I want you to write, I'm so smart. Every day I'm tapping into different things that I can be smarter about. excuse me. So let me just run through this again. A4 book's pretty simple. Rule it down the middle. On the left-hand side, I want you to put down those critical comments that you hear, either what you say or what you hear and hear. And I want you to, on the other side, write something positive. And this is the second part of it. Someone gives you a compliment. How often do we just dismiss those comments? My dogs are now starting to have something to say here as well, so I hope you're enjoying that. And so when someone says, you know, I'm blessed to have you in my life. Oh, thank you. Rather than, oh, what do you mean? You know, I'm just ordinary, I'm just this, I'm just that. I want you to write it down. That, you know, in June 2020, whenever it was, so-and-so said this about me. Now, I want you to keep doing this. I want you to do it for a whole month. Especially if you're aware of these critical voices. Because this is one way that I've found over many years of working with people to change some of that. So on the left-hand side, the critical. On the right-hand side of the page, the positive. So I want you to flip it from negative to positive. And that's why I think it's good writing it down rather than doing something flash on the computer with a whole lot of images and things. I think it's better just to have it pretty raw, pretty straightforward. So in that left-hand column, along with the negatives, if someone gives you praise and recognition, which I absolutely love, praise and recognition any day of the week is a really good thing to do. And so I want you to write that on the right-hand column with the time, the date, and who said it. Because you know what? It's very hard to dismiss what other people say about you, be it negative or positive, incidentally. And if you're in a work environment where someone says something negative to you, then get it written down, change that. You've got the power to change it. Now, you might have to do it for 90 days, because 90 days is always a good transformational time, in my opinion. So there you have it, folks. That's my offering for today. That critical voice, that critic, that sometimes we've created this ourselves, or someone in our life in our early years have been saying these negative things to us. And I want to encourage you to have a play with my little basic book there. Change some of that negativity to positivity. And if you do this, I want you to come back and write a comment below about what your experience was. Now, at least do it for 90 days. And you can always message me and give me some feedback as to how it's worked for you, because I'm always interested in people wanting to change their life, their state, if you like. This is Mary Scott from Wealth with Passion. I'm going to leave another little link if you want to connect with me and wonder why I'm so happy in my life and what I'm doing to make my heart sing every day, 7 days a week. And just enjoying, honestly, the pleasures of life. The link's below. Click on it and let's connect. Bye for now.